Good evening. I invite Honorable Minister for Education, Srimati Sabitha Indra Reddy Garu, Professor K. Sita Ramarao Garu, Dr. Sri K.V. Ramanachari Garu, Dr. Ajit Patak Garu, Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu, Sri Y. Babji Garu, Srimati C. Ramadevi Garu, and Sri U.S. Sharma Garu. Let us begin the program with floral tributes to late Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu. I request to C. Ravindra Reddy Garu, Secretary of CVN PR Foundation, to present his welcome address.
Good evening. I am extremely happy to welcome the guests and invitees to this 13th PR Education Day and Dr. CVN Reddy second memorial lecture today. Since 2008, PR Education Day is being celebrated on 6th August every year, the birthday of my late father, Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu. It is my privilege to welcome Srimati Sabitha Indra Reddy Garu, Honorable Minister for Education, Government of Telangana, as the chief guest of this program. We believe she is the most appropriate dignitary to be the chief guest of PR Education Day, jointly being organized by Hyderabad chapter of PRSI and CVN PR Foundation. I am extremely happy to welcome Professor Sri K. Sitarama Rao Garu, Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, as a keynote speaker to deliver Dr. CVN Reddy second memorial lecture on the topic New Education Policy, Challenges and Opportunities. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome Sri K.V. Ramanachari Garu, Information Advisor to Government of Telangana, as a guest of honor. He is the friend, philosopher, guide and pattern of Hyderabad chapter of PRSI. He is a great source of strength for all the programs organized by either PRSI or CVN PR Foundation in Hyderabad. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Sri Ajit Patak ji, National President PRSI, New Delhi, as a guest of honor. He is a close friend and well-wisher of my father, Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu, and always loved PR people in Hyderabad and encouraged them in their endeavors. I heartily welcome Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu, CEO of TSAT, Government of Telangana, who has kindly consented to be a guest of honor at this PR Education Day. His contribution to education in Telangana through technological methods is a great and notable. I deem it my privilege to welcome distinguished guest Sri Y. Babji Garu, National Secretary General of PRSI and editor of PR Voice. He is not only an ardent follower of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, but also instrumental in initiating this PR Education Day in the year 2008. I also welcome distinguished guest, my sister, Srimati C. Ramadevi. She is the Academic Director of Bharati Vidya Bhavan and Chairperson of CVN PR Foundation. I welcome another distinguished guest, Sri U.S. Sharma Garu, National Vice President, South of PRSI. I am happy to welcome my friend, Dr. Sri P. Venugopal Reddy Garu, Chairman of Hyderabad Chapter, the co-host and president of this program. I extend great welcome to the National Council members, Executive Committee members of Hyderabad Chapter, members of PRSI and CVN PR Foundation, other invitees and participants of this virtual meeting. A warm welcome to the winners of various awards today. Thank you, one and all.
Good evening. I welcome the chief guest, Minister of Education, Government of Telangana, Honorable Srimati Sabitha Indra Reddy Garu, guest of honor, distinguished guests and PR fraternity to this virtual program jointly organized by Public Relations Society of India, Hyderabad chapter and CVN Public Relations Foundation. The occasion is 13th Public Relations Education Day to recall the outstanding contribution made by the legendary PR man and our PR guru, late Sri Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu, to the field of public relations education in India. Today is the 89th birthday of Dr. Reddy. This PR Education Day was initiated in the year of 2008. Since then, on 6th August every year, Hyderabad chapter is celebrating PR Education Day. Dr. Reddy passed away on 25th March last year, and we organized his first memorial lecture on 6th of August 2020 by Dr. K.V. Ramanachari Garu, Media Advisor, Government of Telangana, delivered a lecture on Life and Mission of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. And today we are having his second memorial lecture. Eminent educationist, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Professor K. Sitharama Rao Garu, has kindly consented to the keynote speaker to speak on the topic New Education Policy, Challenges and Opportunities. As part of this program, a national award, Best PR Manager of the Year, named after Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, 2 state level honors, that is Best PR Teacher and Best PR Counselor, will be presented to the deserving individuals. Also, students of various courses belonging to the different educational institutions, universities in Telangana that scored highest marks will be also recognized. Incidentally, Hyderabad chapter of Public Relations Society of India that came into being in the year 1971 is observing its Golden Jubilee celebrations this year. To mark this important milestone, the chapter has brought out a brochure and it will be released in this program. Furthermore, the 64th issue of Public Relations Voice of the only journal for PR professionals in India, founded and edited by Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, will also be released. With these few words, I welcome the guests and participants to the virtual meeting. Thank you once again. Members of National Executive have sent their messages and best wishes. Anu Majumdar, National Vice President, East.
Namaskar everyone. I am very happy to know that Hyderabad chapter and CVN PR Foundation jointly organizing PR Education Day on 6th of August 2021, which is the birth date of Dr. C.V.N. Reddy. On this occasion, there will be second memorial lecture, presentation of Best PR Manager, honor Best PR Teacher, Counselor, recognize students of merit in Business Communication course, release of Golden Jubilee profile of Hyderabad chapter. It is a befitting tribute to a legendary PR man, Dr. C.V.N. Reddy. He was the pioneer in spreading PR education and PR profession. Like any other field of education, PR is a continuous process. It is a dynamic process, so cannot remain stagnant. PR education has to be innovative so as to catch up with changes in ideas and knowledge as we progress with time. Dr. Reddy, PR Man of India, has 35 numbers of books on his credit. He introduced PR course in several colleges and universities and other institutions in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Reddy only instituted Best PR Manager Award. He edited and published PRSI journal PR Voice. It is really a nice event where good PR professionals get their recognition. My best wishes to Hyderabad chapter and Dr. C.V.N. Reddy Foundation for their success of this event. Thank you all.
Sri Dilip Chauhan, Secretary Treasurer, PRSI.
Dear friends, it gives me immense pleasure to know that PRSI Hyderabad chapter is celebrating PR Education Day on 6th August, which is to commemorate the birth anniversary of none other than the guru of all PR gurus, Dr. C.V.N. Reddy. Friends, we can imagine his immense contribution to public relations profession by looking at his career and publications. Half a century means more than 50 years of career in public relations, 35 books on various aspects of public relations, instrumental role in introducing PR courses in various universities, autonomous bodies, corporate colleges in 2 Telugu states, and his memorable services as National President of Public Relations Society of India. Friends, I am not exaggerating by addressing him as a university and encyclopedia. I am paying my humblest tribute to this Bhishma Pitama of Indian public relations industry. I take this opportunity to congratulate Team Hyderabad headed by Dr. P. Venugopal Reddy for organizing such a wonderful event to honor the best contributors to public relations profession. I am also congratulating and appreciate our Secretary General Sri Y. Babji Garu for being a dedicated mentor to Team Hyderabad. In fact, it is Y. Babji who initiated this award in the year 2008 at the Diamond Jubilee year of respected Dr. C.V.N. Reddy. Friends, I once again congratulate Team Hyderabad by Babji and convey my best wishes to Team Hyderabad for the grand and great success of this event. Thank you and namaste.
Sri Unmesh Dikshit, National Vice President, West.
Hello friends, my best wishes and compliments to PRSI Hyderabad chapter for organizing second memorial lecture for the legendary PR Guru, Shri late Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy ji. PRSI Hyderabad chapter has been always active and aggressive for recognitions, rewards and respecting PR and communication field experts and professionals. My best wishes to the entire team, my best wishes to the people who are going to get award and recognitions, and good luck to everybody, all those who are participating in this event. May all the PR professionals win and grow more and more. Thank you very much.
Now I invite Sri Krishna Baji, past National Vice President, to introduce keynote speaker, Professor K. Sitharama Rao Garu, Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University.
Today I am happy to introduce Professor K. Sitharama Rao, Vice Chancellor Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad, who is today's keynote speaker on the occasion of Dr. C.V.N. Second Memorial Lecture Program, and he will be speaking on new education policy changes, challenges and opportunities. Professor K. Sitharama Rao was born in 1955. He obtained PhD from Kakatiya University. He is a recipient of gold medal in MA Public Administration and UGC Fellowship Award for his doctoral program. Earlier, Dr. Rao worked as Professor of Public Administration and Human Resources Management in Kakatiya University. At present, Dr. Rao is the Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad. To his credit, Dr. Rao has published 10 books and more than 77 papers in Telugu and English leading journals and edited volumes. His areas of interest in the discipline are public administrative theory, public policy, public studies and related rural and tribal development, agrarian transformation, management of common property resources, local governance and quality assurance in ODL. Besides, he has undertaken 8 major and minor research projects sponsored by the UGC, ICSSR and Government of Andhra Pradesh, and also supervised more than 13 research scholars who worked in MPhil, PhD degrees and postdoctoral research. He has visited many countries like UK, Canada, USA, China, etc. He has also participated in many national and international seminars and conferences. Apart from more than 3.5 decades of qualitative teaching and responsible research work contributed in the discipline of public administration, Dr. Rao has occupied prominent administrative positions such as Head of the Department, Chairman of Board Studies. Besides this, Dr. Rao is active member of various academic and social service organizations, active participant of human rights and Telangana statehood. I present Dr. Professor K. Sitharama Rao.
I request Professor K. Sitharama Rao Garu to deliver today's keynote address on new education policy, challenges and opportunities.
Good evening everybody. I am extremely happy today because Public Relations Society of India and also Professor C.V. Narasimha Reddy Memorial Foundation together they are organizing 89th birthday celebrations. In that connection, and the organizers are holding a memorial lecture to recollect the memories of great academician, journalist, publisher, editor, broadcaster, what not, everything. And is a multidimensional personality. Professor C.V. Narasimha Reddy is known for and identified icon for the public relations activity in India. He published many books and authored hundreds of articles, edited a journal on public relations voice, and did a yeoman service to the expansion of public relations activity in the society. Indirectly, that contributed a lot for the strengthening of working democracy in our country also. And at the same time, as a Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, I am also very happy to recollect his services done to our university in many respects. And he headed the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, and also wrote many self-learning mode study material to the students of journalism and public relations, and also very active in many other activities. Even after I came here as a Vice Chancellor in 2016, in my first term, he was here in the university and used to come very regularly and used to be academically very active and made many proposals to expand the and improve the quality of student services in the Department of Journalism and Public Relations. So, and he had very wide experience in the society because he worked as a PRO and Information Director and Press Secretary to 4 CMs in our state, so that he had connections with so many people, not only in the administration and bureaucracy, and also with the common man in the society. In that way, he could able to give a better direction to the public policies of the then governments in those days. So, in that way, the organizers given me an great opportunity to speak about him and also to commemorate his academic work and intellectual contribution for the society, and also to the academic disciplines like journalism and mass communication. So, today's topic is implementing a new National Education Policy 2020. It is just 1 year baby crawling now, and there are many promises and miles to go. So, what I feel, both government and society at large should take the implementation of this new national education policy in a serious sense. Unless we take it seriously at this stage, going way forward will be difficult and hurdlesome also. And at the same time, the new education policy has captured the collective consciousness of the not only the academic community as a whole, and also different sectors of the people like intellectual communities and journalists and press and everybody. So the lot of discussion is going on and how to implement the policy and what are the challenges before it and how we can overcome those challenges. All these things are continuously on debate and discussion, and from various angles the issue is analyzed, and the intellectuals from different sectors of the academic community are proposing different way outs and solutions for the effective implementation of this new national education policy known as new NEP. So this NEP has a lot of potential to transform the future of India. It is known as transformative reform policy. This transformation is the very crucial point. We have to emphasize on it. And somebody described it as a vaccine to our education system, which is suffering with many deficiencies of immunity. To overcome these immunity deficiencies, we have to vaccinate. Maybe first dose, second dose, or booster dose also. So in that way, we have people have lot of hopes. Not only academic community, parents, students, government, and everybody. That means, in a one word, the many stakeholders of this policy has lot of hopes on this policy. True and realistic transformation of our educational system as a whole. So this policy has been taken up by government after various consultations at different levels, not only in parliament and also in public life, in press, media, and academic community as a whole involved in the discussions and gave suggestions and made their contributions for the effective framing of the policy. There is no doubt about it. Now, in a way, we can say that a general consensus has been built over this new education policy. That means, here and there may be some criticisms, differences of opinions because of various reasons. But by and large, we can say that this policy has first time in India, because of the efforts of the government and media and academic community as a whole, have made tremendous efforts to bring some consensus in the society as a whole. So then when comes to the, if you let me briefly touch upon the various important features of the policy, very briefly. What we have said, that it is a very potential dimensions to transformation of the society and education system. The major important dimensions which they have added after 34 years of 86 education policy, various new dimensions, new approaches, new pedagogical methods have also been included in this new national education policy. A few of them are, one is liberal approach towards knowledge and education. What do you mean by liberal approach? Now this is, everything is a specialized education system, compartmentalization is going on. For a single disciplinary universities are coming up. Agriculture university, medical university, engineering, technological universities, for everything, legal, law education universities, teacher education universities, like that. Bifurcation and compartmentalization is going on. There is no appropriate effort to integrate all these efforts into a comprehensive and broad approach to understand the knowledge, education, and the purpose of education and all that. For that, you need a liberal approach. The liberal approach means, apart from having a in-depth knowledge in his own domain or in his own selected subject, he must also have a broader understanding over the related disciplines also. That is a liberal approach. Not only related disciplines and other general subjects in the society. And one should have that approach. That is called as, that is the reason the academicians of earlier years were outstanding scholars. They used to have knowledge in many subjects, including music, arts, and political science. There are so many scholars like that. That should be the approach one should have towards perceiving knowledge and education. And another one is, it has recommended for the multidisciplinary education and research universities, MERUs, popularly known. This is also very important. And even IITs, IIMs, NITs, this is single discipline higher education institutions or standalone institutions or universities must go for, in a short period, short as early as possible, they must shift towards multidisciplinary education and multidisciplinary studies. Even engineering college should have social science disciplines, humanities disciplines, arts disciplines, so that the interaction and study among the students will be very fruitful. They will have a broad-based knowledge as they possess in-depth knowledge in their own domain. And at the same time, interdisciplinary approach towards research and production of knowledge and dissemination of knowledge. Reality is a reality, social reality. There are no many approaches to study it. Public administration approach, sociology approach, anthropology, it is not like that. It is a reality. It has to be studied from all angles when they are necessary at that particular point of time or particular situation. That asks for interdisciplinary orientation and interdisciplinary methodology to study the social reality. And one more important dimension is regulatory bodies. There are many 15 to 16 discipline-based regulatory bodies are there. And everybody wanted to exercise excess control. Now, policy has given more freedom, wanted to give more autonomy to the higher education institutions, but regulation will be there, but it is a light and a tight. It will be a light regulation, but it will also be very tight. So that a regulation should give positive dimension, positive orientation to correct itself and go forward by the institution. But it should not prevent the academic freedom of doing things. That is most important. But most of the regulatory systems, procedures, rules at present are negative with negative orientation, and they are not able to guide the institutions properly and take them forward in their academic pursuits. And at the same time, another important feature of this policy is recognizing the multi-mode teaching learning processes and approaches. Earlier, only regular universities, in-class teaching and classroom method, that was only the method. Now, it has recognized all the modes of teaching and learning with interactive method. That is called as blended approach, blended mode. And the institutions need to integrate and blend properly this in-class teaching, that is face-to-face interaction, and also distance mode, supplying material and study material through print and electronic media, digital media and all that. And in addition to that, the government is also encouraging online mode with internet support. Many platforms have come, Swayam, NEPTL, then Swayam Prabha, then Consortium for Educational Communication of UGC and all that. So many platforms have come. So if you ask a question, what happened in this 1 year, briefly, is it properly, the child is properly nourished or not? Is it showing any dimensions of growth on its own? We should also understand. And there is no doubt, government has, within 1 year, it has taken many steps. Government of India and also other state governments are moving to that line and path and taking many administrative and other academic steps to take the implementation process forward. Especially, the thing is about the introduction of the academic bank of credits, flexibility to the students. They can opt any subject anywhere. Credits will be get accumulated in your account, and that again they will be properly assessed, and then the awards will be given. And not only that, and online education system has been further strengthened. Maybe because of Corona and COVID-19. That was only the method option meant for us. Here, now these are some of the background aspects of the new National Education Policy 2020. No doubt, the child is growing healthy with proper nutrition and nourishing patterns. Here we have to remember some great social scientists like Harold J. Lasswell, very popular political scientist who, in a way, can be known as father of policy, public policy studies or policy sciences and all that. And he is from Yale University. And also, that way he developed a multidimensional model for the public policy study. That is agenda setting, policy formulation, decision making, policy implementation, and policy evaluation, review, and again. This is the broader framework that is being adopted by all policy makers and implementers also. Long back it is done, but it is going on. Now, we have to add some more few points, especially the popular academicians like C. Rajkumar, who is a founder vice chancellor of O.P. Jindal University, Noida, and also he was alumnus of Madras, Oxford, Harvard, and Hong Kong universities. Now he is member of Implementation Advisory Committee of Association of Indian Universities. Now he is writing, nowadays he is writing very good articles with a lot of clarity, with a lot of commitment, and suggesting very good recommendations and suggestions for the implementation of this new national education policy. And by and large, my today's talk is also based on his writings and his ideas and his concepts and all that. So, apart from the Harold J. Lasswell, he said that 3 more dimensions need to be added for this. Not only 5. 3 is, one is creating awareness among the stakeholders, creating awareness in the society about the new policy, how it will get benefit. Lot of awareness and consciousness. And at the same time, you have to build consensus among the stakeholders. The education policy need to be accepted and owned by academic community, universities, students, parents, government, and job market and industry and everybody. Is it not so? Apart from building consensus, we should also create relevant institutional mechanism for effective implementation. Unless these three are added, and effective implementation is impossible. It is very difficult, hurdlesome. We cannot go forward. So implementation requires, this is the plan. And recently one book has come on this area, that is Implementing Public Policy, an Introduction to Study of Operational Governance. This is this title, written by Michael J. Hill and Peter Hupe. In a way, they have defined public policy implementation as a operational governance aspects. When a question comes to the implementation, naturally we have to take so many decisions at different levels. We have to coordinate so many activities at different levels. Then only, and regularly you have to monitor, control, and evaluate, review the process of implementation with specific periodical time, with periodicity, time-bound program. You must have a time. We must complete this program by this time. This is the thing. Unless it is done properly, it is very difficult. Of implementation will become very difficult. So, operational governance is very, very crucial. Again, it comes to the question of public administration dimension of the social sciences. We have to be very careful on that. If we want to briefly touch upon the challenges now we are facing at this context, are also multidimensional. For example, as I have said now, the absence of relevant institutional mechanism is also a big challenge. We have to create different institutions at different levels, at government of national level, state level, and also at institutional level. We have to create, and there should be a proper coordination. This is one challenge. And another challenge is operational and coordinational challenge. It's also very important. And you have to involve so many people, technical people, non-technical people, civil bureaucracy, administration, government, media, whatnot, everybody. You have to coordinate, and you have to monitor and control regularly. This coordination aspect is very important. Then we have to address the problem of digital divide in the society, technological challenge. Now we are shifting towards online education. Lot of digital divide is there. People are rural areas. Will they come up and take up the challenge? And will it divide again, further division between elite and the common man? These are the very, very challenging dimensions of the policy. And one more important dimension is financial resources, challenges related to allocation of finances, resources mobilization, how to allot money and how to get it, spend it properly, and all this is another dimension. And apart from this, another important crucial aspect of the all challenges is legal and statutory framework. Government has to create many institutions, statutes, make acts to implement this policy. Now, the Government of India is making HECI, Higher Education Council of India, with 4 articles. Now we wanted to add one more article in the name of Council for Distant Education, DESI, Distant Educational Council of India, or Indian Distant Education Council. to have a separate regulation system. So, regulatory framework, accreditation framework, and also funding framework and general standards of operation, standards of procedures, SOP. SOP means standard operational procedures and overview. So, Professor Rajkumar has suggested this National Educational Policy Commission at the national level to review and monitor the implementation. Intra-governmental coordination, intergovernmental coordination, inter-institutional coordination. At various levels, we have to take up this issue, and all should participate and own this new national education policy for effective implementation. Then only we will get desired results, and we will be able to transform India as a knowledge society with global superpower. That is Vishwaguru. That is the aim. The vision is very high, and policy envisions transforming India into a super knowledge society at a global level. Global superpower, knowledge superpower. So, if you wanted to transform and to reach that height, you can imagine how much work we should do, at what level we have to involve what type of commitment we have to involve in the process of implementation. So, even our Telangana government also should immediately concentrate on this new national education policy. It should also appoint a task force committee to sort out the issues and evolve a effective strategic plan, visionary plan, strategic plan and action plan for the implementation of the new national education policy in our state also. Then only our education system will get transformed thoroughly, and it will lead us to a knowledge superpower in the world. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you once again to the organizers of this program. Thanks one and all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your excellent insights into the new education policy, implementation and challenges. PRSI is grateful to you, sir. Now I invite Sri V.V. Bhujangarao Garu, Vice Chairman of PRSI Hyderabad Chapter, to introduce distinguished guests U.S. Sharma ji, NVP South.
I am happy to introduce Sri U.S. Sharma, National Vice President South, PRSI. Sri U.S. Sharma is National Vice President South of Public Relations Society of India for the past 5 years. He retired as Chief Manager, Public Relations from Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, Visakhapatnam Refinery, Visakhapatnam on 31st July 2019. He has 29 years experience in quality control laboratory. He has 10 years experience in public relations and corporate communications. Graduate in chemical engineering, masters in business administration, journalism and mass communications, and psychology from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Recipient of Ugadi Puraskaram as Best PRO by Visakha Samacharam, a leading Telugu daily. Presently taken up an assignment as PR consultant for Coromandel International Limited, a group from Murugappa Group.
I request Sri U.S. Sharma to address the meeting.
Andarki Namaskaram. Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu is a person of an open university and he is a guru for all PR professionals across the country, I can say across the globe. Really, I must compliment the Hyderabad chapter to celebrate his birthday, that is on August 6th every year, as National PR Education Day. I think Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy wrote more than 35 books on public relations, and especially his brainchild is PR Wise. every month he meticulously follow for the good articles to bring along with PR Voice. Of course, after his passed away, I must appreciate our friend Sri Y. Babji Garu, PRSI National Secretary General. He is taken over as a editor for the PR Voice, and 64th issue has come. Definitely, whatever all the wishes by Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, definitely we all should fulfill. Definitely, today is a great day of arranging a second memorial lecture by Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu, senior journalist and CEO of SoftNet Government of Telangana. So in this connection, I sincerely appreciate Hyderabad chapter for organizing this National PR Education Day on the occasion of 89th birth anniversary celebrations of C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu. Really, I am very proud to be part of this lecture as well as PR education celebrations. In this connection, the Public Relations Society of India is very proud to be associated with CVN PR Foundation in organizing a National Best PR Manager Award from this year onwards. Till last year, this award is limited to both states. Now from this year onwards, it has been decided to give on national award basis. So I once again compliment PRSI Hyderabad chapter for this very good initiative, and I wish all success. Have a great day. God bless you. Sukhi Bhava. Thank you.
Now I invite Sri B.N. Murthy Garu to introduce distinguished guest Srimati C. Ramadevi, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Schools, Hyderabad.
I am extremely happy to introduce Srimati C. Ramadevi Garu, daughter of late Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu and chairperson of CVN PR Foundation, Hyderabad. She is a very accomplished educationist and worked and reached the level of principal of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan High School at Film Nagar, Hyderabad for 20 years. She has been a resource person of CBSE also. In recognition of her long and distinguished service of 40 years, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has retained her as academic director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's educational institutions. She has won numerous awards, out of which 3 are very prestigious: award by the President of India, CBSE award, and General Award given by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
I request Sri Ramadevi Garu to address the meeting.
Namaste to all. At the outset, I extend my humble salutations to the growing spirit of PR, and it is quite visible when I see you all in today's meet. It gives me great pleasure to associate myself with the 13th Public Relations Education Day being organized jointly by PRSI Hyderabad chapter and CVN PR Foundation in memory of my father, Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, a PR pioneer of the country. Mr. Reddy had a profound love for his profession, public relations. He adored it and cherished it deeply. Indeed, public relations was a part and parcel of Mr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy's life. Age, retirement did not stop his love and contribution to his most liked profession. He gave 35 PR books to the PR fraternity and promoted PR education in the country for over 6 decades. As you know, to my father, PRSI was his heart and he loved reading and writing PR books. Not satisfied with this, he launched Public Relations Voice, the only journal for PR professionals in the country, in 1997 and brought out 61 issues relentlessly. After the demise of my father in March 2020, I am happy to see that his brainchild public relations voice is coming issue after issue with flying colors. Thanks to Sri Y. Babji, its editor, Sri P. Mohan Rao, associate editor, and many seniors associated with my father on the editorial board. On behalf of CVN PR Foundation, I express my gratitude to Sri Y. Babji and his team for their efforts. I am extremely contented that my father's birthday is observed as PR Education Day since 2008 by PRSI Hyderabad chapter. The credit goes to Sri Y. Babji Garu, who was the then National Vice President South and presently Secretary General PRSI, to declare Dr. Reddy's birthday as PR Education Day in the year 2008. The CVN PR Foundation, which was launched by my father in 2002 as a CSR charitable organization, has been helping the less privileged in the society with financial assistance, supply of free textbooks, investing gold medals and book prizes and many more at Shalpanapuram village and in many other villages and institutions. The foundation has constructed Sharda Narsimha Reddy Vijnana Mandiram, and it has a Kalyana Mandapam for the villagers to perform marriages with ease and convenience. Every year, essay writing competition is being conducted and prizes are given away to the students in the village. This encourages children and they become competent enough to go ahead. Recently, the statue of Dr. Narsimha Reddy was erected on March 25th this year. This makes me feel proud to be associated with the foundation. I have 3 more reasons to share with you all on this occasion. My father instituted Best PR Manager, a state level award in 1994, and so far 26 PR professionals are the recipient of this award. From this year onwards, it is elevated to national level thanks to Dr. Ajit Pathak ji, National President PRSI. Another important event which makes me feel happy is that PRSI Hyderabad chapter is celebrating its Golden Jubilee celebration this year. Dr. Narsimha Reddy has been one of the founding members of Hyderabad chapter in 1971. Honor of the Best PR Teacher, Best PR Counselor and recognizing meritorious students is certainly a wonderful practice followed by PRSI Hyderabad chapter, which will certainly pave a way for promoting PR education and for achieving excellence in public relations. As a chairperson of CVN Foundation, I would like to thank all the members of CVN Foundation, especially the Secretary, C. Ravindra Reddy and C. Ramesh Kumar, for working as a team to fulfill all the wishes of my dear father. My greetings to all the PR professionals on this happy occasion, and I am confident that my father's good wishes will always be with you. Wishing all the very best for your pivotal role in the realm of public relations. Enjoy your profession and share and cherish your good deeds with us. Thank you all.
Now I invite Sri K.R.K. Chari Garu, past chairman of PRSI Hyderabad chapter, to introduce distinguished guest Sri Y. Babji Garu, Secretary General PRSI.
Sri Y. Babji is presently National Secretary General of Public Relations Society of India. He is also its legal advisor. He was chairman of Hyderabad chapter and National Vice President of PRSI in the past. He retired as a General Manager, Khadi and Crafts, Industries and Commerce Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh. He served as OSD and PRO to 6 ministers in the state government. Post-retirement, he is practicing law at High Court and Supreme Court of India. He has a master's in arts, public relations, philosophy and law, etc. He is an ardent follower of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy and hence succeeded him as editor of the journal Public Relations Voice. recipient of number of awards and recognitions in public relations and communication, including Best PR Manager and Best PR Teacher. Teaching PR and allied subjects in several institutions and a PR academic counselor at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University since 1989. He is a member of the jury for Stevie International Business Awards for 3 years continuously.
I request Sri Y. Babji Garu, Secretary General PRSI and Editor PR Vice to address the meeting.
Chief guest, Honorable Minister of Education, Madam Srimati Sabitha Indra Reddy Garu, Keynote Speaker, Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, respected Professor Sitaram Rao Sir, Media Advisor to Government of Telangana, respected Dr. Ramanachari Sir, National President of Public Relations Society of India, respected Dr. Ajit Pathak Ji, Chief Executive Officer, TSAT, Government of Telangana, Sri Sailesh Reddy Garu, National Vice President South, Public Relations Society of India, Sri Sharma Garu, Chairperson of CVN PR Foundation and Director, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Madam Srimati Ramadevi Garu, President of the Program, Chapter Chairman, Dr. Venugopal Reddy Garu, Publisher of PR Vice, Sri Ravindra Reddy Garu and Chapter Secretary, Sri Mohan Rao Garu, Members of National Executive Committee, Members of National Council, Members of Hyderabad Chapter and other chapters, ladies and gentlemen, greetings on the eve of 13th PR Education Day. From the keynote address, we learnt a lot about education. Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, in whose memory today's program is organized, as we all know, is a notable PR personality of the country. He will be remembered forever for what he has done to the profession. We, his beneficiaries, feel both happy and sad to be present here today, the 89th birthday of the legendary PR man. Happy because it is PR Education Day organized in his honor. Sad that he is not with us today. Dr. Reddy was instrumental for getting public relations recognized as an academic discipline in 1988. When he was National President of PRSI, he presented a memorandum to Dr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, the then Union Minister for HRD. That led to constitution of an expert committee by the UGC and eventually introduction of PR courses in universities. My role model, Dr. Narasimha Reddy, is known for his conviction, dedication and determination. His uncompromising nature towards achieving his goals got him a name as stubborn, but he was always right. He strove towards establishing a fact that professionalism and ethics are the basics for practicing meaningful public relations. He was a storehouse of knowledge, yet craved for learning new things in PR and adjacent areas. He left behind a treasure of valuable PR literature, and for that, both present and future generations are indebted to him. PR-wise, the journal launched by him in 1997 is serving its purpose as a gateway to PR knowledge. He had 4 concerns. Number 1, PR to be strengthened at grassroots level. Number 2, PR to be led towards a right direction from the crossroads of confusion. Number 3, PR shall achieve both qualitative and quantitative growth. And number 4, PR shall have its place in boardroom and play a role in decision-making process. It shall be the duty of his followers to own these concerns and make all-out efforts to realize his dreams. Congratulations to Mr. Rajiv Goyal, winner of the National Award Best PR Manager of the Year. Wishes to Srimati Titas Bandopadhyay, recognized as Best PR Teacher, and to Mr. Srinivas Tirunagari for recognition as Best PR Counselor. And blessings of Dr. Narasimha Reddy Garu to the students of merit. It is a great tribute to Dr. Narasimha Reddy that the award Best PR Manager, instituted by him in the year 1994, is elevated to national level by Dr. Ajit Pathak Ji. Entire team of Hyderabad chapter is appreciable for their plans and programs to celebrate Golden Jubilee year this year. Jai Hind.
I invite Sri B.N. Murthy of CVN PR Foundation to introduce Guest of Honor Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu.
It is my pleasant duty to introduce Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu, who is a postgraduate in journalism and mass communications from Usmania University. In his career span of 25 years, Sri Shailesh Reddy Garu has joined the print and electronic media and worked with distinction. He joined as a trainee reporter in News Time, English Daily, and then later he joined ETV News at New Delhi. He then joined G News as correspondent at Hyderabad. He was instrumental in the launch of Alpha Telugu from G Entertainment Enterprises and later became G Telugu. As assistant editor of G Telugu, he was head of news operations of G Telugu. As business head, he launched G 24 Gantalu, a Telugu news channel from G Group. Later, he worked as director operations of Narne Networks Private Limited, Studio N News, and director operations of LCGC Broadcasting Private Limited for 6TV and 6TV Telangana. Now he has been working as CEO of SoftNet TSAT of Government of Telangana since 2016.
I request Sri R. Shailesh Reddy Garu, CEO TSAT, to address the meeting.
Hello, namaste. My greetings to each and every one of the participants on the occasion of the 13th Public Relations Education Day celebrations, jointly organized by the Public Relations Society of India and Dr. C.V.N. Reddy Foundation. And incidentally, today there is a C.V.N. Reddy Memorial Lecture as well as the Public Relations Awards presentation. In fact, this is a very right time to remember Dr. C.V.N. Reddy, and this is the right way, appropriate way to remember Dr. C.V.N. Reddy for his contributions to the public relations in India. In fact, he is, we can call him Dion in the area of public relations. He has contributed a lot till his last breath. In fact, we lost him last year, but still whatever he has written, whatever he has given to the public relations community, public relations fraternity in India can never be forgotten, and he is the most decorated person in terms of his publications, most in terms of his contribution to the Public Relations Society of India in general, and as such to the students of public relations and the practitioners of public relations. Narasimha Reddy Garu is, can be said that nobody in today's India or in today's public relations can reach his position, because starting from the public relations officer of the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, in fact he has been the public relations officer of the 4 Chief Ministers of Andhra Pradesh. He has been the director of the Information Public Relations Department, and the way he used his public relations skills in establishing the relationship between the Chief Minister and the public at large can never be forgotten. In fact, many people tell stories about Dr. C.V.N. Reddy Garu, the way he used to deal with the media, the way he used to deal with the other public relations sections of the Information and Public Relations Department, and the press and media in general. So it cannot be forgotten. In fact, there are many things that can be learnt, and I am sure the Public Relations Memorial Lecture that you are going to be part today, or you are going to listen to today, in fact will be summed up by the speakers on how he contributed and the way the public relations has progressed in India after Narasimha Reddy Garu has taken over the Public Relations Society of India. I wish you all the best. We should have met in the form of a meeting, and we could have celebrated the Public Relations Education Day in much more bigger way. But unfortunately, the COVID-19 has built a distance, has created a distance between you and the public relations fraternity. But nevertheless, this is a good learning experience for the public relations also. How do you manage public relations during the times of pandemic, or how do you manage public relations in virtual mode? So this is the best thing. This is an opportunity for us to learn on how to communicate virtually and how best we can give our contributions in terms of virtual years to come. So hope you will all have a good public relations day, and I wish you all the best in the coming years. Hopefully we'll meet in real next year on this day. Thank you so much.
I invite Sri K. Yadagiri Garu, Treasurer of the chapter, to introduce the guest of honor, Dr. Ajit Pathak ji.
Good evening, one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Ajit Pathak ji, on the occasion of 13th Public Relations Education Day. Dr. Ajit Pathak is National President of Public Relations Society of India for past 16 years. He was the first Asian to be the Secretary of Global Alliance of Public Relations and Communications Management. He was a member on the board of International Public Relations Association in the past. He retired as General Manager, Corporate Communications, Administration, Welfare and Corporate Social Responsibility from the service of Indian Oil Corporation Limited. He holds a postgraduate degree in Law and Public Administration. He is the first Indian to achieve PhD in Public Relations. He has 37 years of experience in mass communication as a cartoonist, feature writer, radio, TV newsreader and a PR practitioner. He is the recipient of a number of national and international awards and recognitions. He was honored by the Amity University as honorary professor. He is also author of a book on RTI titled Right to Information, Realities and Perceptions.
I request Dr. Sri Ajit Pathak ji, National President, PRSI, to address the meeting.
Namaskar. Respected Madam P. Sabita Indra Reddy ji, Honorable Minister for Education, Government of Telangana, Professor K. Sita Rama Rao ji, Vice Chancellor, B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad, Dr. K.V. Ramanachari ji, Media Advisor, Government of Telangana, Shri R. Shailesh Reddy ji, CEO, TSET Network, Srimati C. Rama Devi, Chairperson, CVNPR Foundation, my PRSI colleagues, Shri U.S. Sharma, Shri Y. Babji, Dr. P. Venugopal Reddy, and Shri P. Mohan Rao, my fellow PRSI colleagues across the country, and vibrant students of PR, journalism, and mass communication. Greetings to you all from the Public Relations Society of India on this very special occasion when we are together to pay our respect and tributes to Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, past National President of PRSI and editor PR Voice, on his birthday, marking the day as a PR Education Day. All these years, he has been a significant contributor to public relations management, PR professional bodies, and PR education. He has been the ideal PR teacher and has also helped in developing various PR courses for various institutions. He has been an author of 35 books and course materials. Dr. Reddy served on a number of national academic bodies, and even at the age of 85, he was willing to go extra mile for the cause of PR education. You will appreciate that any profession earns its respect in the society by the level of its academic level and potential of research. While I salute Dr. Reddy for his praiseworthy contributions, I call upon all the PR members to come together and raise the bar of academics in the PR profession. I also take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Venugopal Reddy and his committed team for taking up in a big way Golden Jubilee celebrations of PRSI Hyderabad. The chapter, set up in 1971, is serving the PR community for past 50 years. A number of events have been lined up in days ahead. The way Hyderabad chapter hosted All India Public Relations Conference in 2019
under the leadership of Dr. Venugopal Reddy, they have already set tone for these celebrations. And I wish the team all the very best in their endeavor. Friends, we all have been suffering from the pain of Corona for past 1.5 years and shall have to continue our fight with the pandemic for some more time. During these challenging times, corporate communication and public relations has proved its mettle by implementing out-of-box ideas of communication for internal as well as external publics, in addition to the task of COVID management awareness. Our collective efforts have been effective in benefiting the profession in adapting major changes to position itself to give a befitting reply to the emerging challenges. PRSI launched its Corona Awareness Drive on 21st March 2020 in a big way, and our efforts are still on to stop entry of the third phase by making people more aware and responsible. PRSI also launched the Vijay Bharat Abhiyan on 4th July 2020 with the firm belief that India will redefine the economic development, global business, and inclusive growth based on our traditional treasure of knowledge, innovation, and creativity post-Corona and the movement of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India. This was flagged off by the then Education Minister, Government of India, Dr. Ramesh Pokhariyal Nishank ji. Cultural heritage, character of people, value system of the country, and the degree of commitment all define future for any nation. Education works as a foundation for the growth, development, and character of the country. And in order to provide wings to the aspirations of the millions of youth in India, new National Education Policy 2020 was brought in with increased focus on learning, innovation, and the quality in education of the country. The new education policy emphasizes on interdisciplinary study, which ensures that the focus is on what the student wants to learn instead of being compelled to learn. The new education policy is about the spirit, which reflects the country's students are gradually shifting from burden of school bag to the boon of learning, which will help them for life, from simply memorizing study material to encouraging critical thinking. Languages of India will develop more due to the changes brought out in the education policy. This will not only increase India's knowledge, but will also increase the unity among the people and opportunities across the country. Friends, today I take this event as an opportunity to request all the senior PR professionals and leaders of PRSI to help young PR, media, and journalism students through virtual platforms to complete their curriculum and upgrade their knowledge, as they are missing the real exposure of classroom education and practical internships. Let us try to fill the gap of internships of these students who have been deprived of practical trainings. Absence of practical training will impact their confidence when they join the industry, and we need to address this issue on priority. I express my gratitude towards Madam P. Sabita Indra Reddy ji, whose gracious presence today has given a new boost to the efforts of PRSI. I also express our gratefulness to Professor K. Sitarama Rao ji, Dr. K.V. Ramanachari ji, Shri Shailesh Reddy ji for their kindness to be with us. Today is a special day for CVN PR Foundation and PRSI Hyderabad chapter when they have joined hands to organize this mega program. My compliments to the architects of this program, Shri Y. Babji, Dr. P.V. Venugopal Reddy, and Srimati C. Ramadevi. I also congratulate our PR colleagues who are receiving awards today for exhibiting excellence in the profession. My best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Now I invite Dr. J. Chennaya Garu, past chairman, to introduce the guest of honor, Dr. K.V. Ramanachari Garu.
Now I introduce Dr. K.V. Ramana. Dr. Ramana is a multifaceted personality, writer, artist, an able administrator. He is now advisor to the government of Telangana. Born in a scholar's family, 1952, did his post-graduation MSc in chemistry from Osmania University, 1972, stood university first, worked as lecturer in chemistry, then selected to Group 1, posted and joined as deputy collector, then he appointed and served as collector, Kadapa district. Dr. K.V. Ramanachari, always very much loved by people from all, occupied key positions like MD, Kuli Qutub Shah Urban Development Authority, Old City of Hyderabad, Commissioner of Information and Public Relations number of times. He was also Chief Public Relations Officer for 2 Chief Ministers. Ramana Garu served as Executive Officer at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, retired as Principal Secretary Revenue, Government of Andhra Pradesh. At the age of 57, he pursued research in classical Telugu and took PhD doctorate from Osmania University.
I request Dr. K.V. Ramanachari Garu, Media Advisor to Government of Telangana, to address the meeting.
Today, 6th August. On this day, we will remember our beloved friend, guide, philosopher, colleague, a great visionary and a PR personality, PR Bhishma of the then Andhra Pradesh, Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. As a matter of fact, he has been a beacon light for several PR personalities. In various institutions, whosoever has been working as the PRO or PR manager, he has been the student or a disciple of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. Throughout his life, he has been fanning the mannerism, fanning the PRism, that is public relationship, among the public relations managers. In fact, this Public Relations Education Day is the result of his effect on the public relations in India. Throughout the country, he has been reckoned as one of the public relations managers, effective public relations managers. And this August, 6th August, we are celebrating 13th Public Relations Education Day. I also take this opportunity to congratulate Sri C. Ravindra Reddy, the son of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, for having founded CVN PR Foundation and being the secretary of that foundation. There are several sons, there are several children of the celebrities who have not been following this sort of attitude, whereas it is Ravindra Reddy who has been making all of us to remember his father, and he has been doing human service in making Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy alive among all of us. I take this opportunity to pay my respects to the Minister for Education, Sabita Indra Reddy. At the same time, Professor K. Sitharama Rao, whom I know since my student life. And today, this function is being organized to honor the best teacher, best counselor, and certain meritorious students. Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy comes from a poor family, an agricultural family, but he has grown up to such an extent that in his name, the Public Relations Education Day is being organized and several students are being honored. Best Teacher Award is being given on this day, and all the PR managers of Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh are indebted to the efficiency as well as the affection of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. He has been very affectionate, and I still remember in such a way that when I joined as Director of Culture in the government of Andhra Pradesh, I had to take the charge from Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. That was in 1991. Since then, I have become the follower and fan of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy, and I treat him as Guru of Public Relations. Not only for me, for several people, not only in Telangana, not only in Andhra Pradesh, but in India, in our country, there are several students of PR who have been treating him as the Guru and treating him as the PR Bhishma. I take this opportunity once again to congratulate the organizers for having celebrated, for having taken the initiative in celebrating this 13th Public Relations Education Day in an effective way, remembering our friend, guide, philosopher and a visionary, Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. I pay tributes to Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy. I take this opportunity to compliment the organizers. Thank you very much.
Now I invite Sri D.V. Subbarao Garu, past secretary of the chapter, to introduce the chief guest of the program. Today's chief guest, Honorable Minister for Education, Srimati Sabita Indra Reddy Garu.
It is my proud privilege to introduce today's chief guest, Srimati Madam Sabita Indra Reddy Garu was born on 5th May 1963 at Tandur to G. Mahipal Reddy and Venkatamma. She is the eldest of 3 siblings. She has a younger sister and brothers. She studied till middle school in Tandur and then moved to Hyderabad for higher education. She studied at the Bhagyanagar Memorial Girls High School at Chadarghat. She completed her education till BSc from Sri Vani Women's Degree College, Hyderabad. She was married right after her education at younger age of 20 years. The couple has 3 sons. Indra Reddy was a very popular leader who carried a cult image in Telangana. The age of 37 began to foray into politics. Coincidentally, Sabita and Indra Reddy both have been Home Ministers for the state of Andhra Pradesh, making it the only couple in India to ever do so. To add on, Sabita was also Minister of Education, Government of Telangana, assumed office 8th September 2019, Minister of Home, Jail and Disaster Management, Government of Andhra Pradesh, in office 2009-2013. Member of Legislative Assembly from Chevilla in office 2000-2009, Minister of Mines and Geology, Government of Andhra Pradesh, in office 2004-2009. Member of Legislative Assembly from Maheswaram, assumed office 11th December 2018.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. జాతీయ ప్రజా సంబంధాల సంస్థ హైదరాబాద్ చాప్టర్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఈరోజు జరుగుతున్న ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి చేసిన అందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, ముఖ్యంగా ఈరోజు ఈ విద్యా దినోత్సవం జరపడం అనేది చాలా అభినందనీయం. దేశవ్యాప్తంగా ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా విద్యాలలో సమూలంగా విద్యలో మార్పు తీసుకురావాలనే ప్రయత్నం జరుగుతున్న సందర్భంలో తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి కేసీఆర్ గారి నాయకత్వంలో వారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో విద్యలో కేజీ టు పీజీ వరకు సమూల మార్పులు తీసుకొచ్చే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. దాంట్లో భాగంగా గురుకులాల ఏర్పాటు అనేది దేశంలో ఎక్కడా లేని విధంగా ఈరోజు గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు ఎస్సీ, ఎస్టీ, బీసీ, మైనార్టీ పిల్లలకు ఎవరైతే చదువు అందుకోలేని పరిస్థితులలో ఉంటారో వాళ్ళందరి కోసం గురుకులాలు ఏర్పాటు చేసి ఒక్కొక్క స్టూడెంట్ పైన దాదాపుగా 1,25,000 రూపాయలు ఖర్చు పెట్టి క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అందిస్తున్న రాష్ట్రం ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం. దీంతోపాటు ఎస్సీ, ఎస్టీలకు సంబంధించిన పిల్లలు 10th క్లాస్ వరకు చదివిన తర్వాత ఉన్నత విద్య అందుకోవడానికి ఇబ్బంది పడుతున్న సందర్భంలో ముఖ్యంగా అమ్మాయిలను చదివించడానికి అందరూ కూడా వెనకడుగు వేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అలాంటి సందర్భంలో అమ్మాయిల కోసం 33 డిగ్రీ కాలేజీలు ఏర్పాటు చేసిన ఘనత ఖచ్చితంగా గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారికి ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. అమ్మాయిలు డిగ్రీ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకోవడానికి అనేది ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. దేశవ్యాప్తంగా మోడల్ స్కూల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం సహకారంతో గతంలో మొదలుపెట్టున్న మధ్యలో కేంద్రం కొంత ఇబ్బంది ఫైనాన్షియల్గా ఇబ్బంది ఉన్న ఆపేసిన రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఈరోజు మోడల్ స్కూల్స్ కూడా రన్ చేస్తూ మంచి ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అందించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. దాంతోపాటు ఈరోజు పాలిటెక్నిక్ కావచ్చు, అదేవిధంగా డిగ్రీకి సంబంధించి కావచ్చు, ఇంటర్మీడియట్ కావచ్చు, ఎక్కడైతే అవసరం ఉందో అక్కడ అందించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్న సందర్భాన్ని ఒకసారి గుర్తు చేస్తూ ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని కూడా, ఎందుకంటే దేశవ్యాప్తంగా కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఏదైతే విద్యలో సమూలంగా మార్పులు తీసుకురావాలనే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారో దాంట్లో భాగంగా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఇప్పటికే మొదలుపెట్టిన ఈ కార్యక్రమాలని తప్పకుండా విస్తృతంగా ప్రచారం చేయడానికి సహకరించాలని కోరుతూ ఈరోజు పిఆర్ఎస్ఐ హైదరాబాద్ చాప్టర్ 50 సంవత్సరాలు పూర్తి చేసుకున్న సందర్భంగా అభినందిస్తూ తప్పకుండా ఈ కార్యక్రమాలను కూడా ప్రచారంలో భాగంగా తీసుకెళ్లాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను.
Thank you so much, Madam Minister, for your best wishes and kind words. Entire PRSI fraternity of the country is thankful to you, Madam. Thank you once again. Now it is time to release the Golden Jubilee celebrations brochure of Hyderabad chapter. And release of the 64th issue of PR Voice. Now this is the time to present National Award, Dr. CVN PRSI Best PR Manager of the Year. I invite Srimati Aparna Rajahans to introduce the recipient of the award, Best PR Manager.
It's indeed an honor and privilege to introduce the recipient of the prestigious Dr. CVN PSRI Best Public Relations Manager of the Year, Shri Rajiv Goel. He is the head PRCC. Presently, Shri Rajiv Goel ji is working as the Chief General Manager in HPCL. His academic credentials and achievements are indeed a testimony to his present position and the worthy recipient of the award. He holds a Master's in Chemistry from IIT Roorkee and an MBA from New Delhi. His career spans 3 decades and he has successfully extended many campaigns. He also has been a part of the Vigilance Department. Proudly presenting to you the Best PR Manager of the Year, Shri Rajiv Goel ji.
Now the presentation of a certificate to merit to Sri Venkatramana Reddy. I invite Srimati Aparna Rajahans to introduce the recipients of the Best PR Teacher Award.
And it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to you all the recipient of the Best Public Relation Teacher Award for Mrs. Titas Bandhopadhyay. Titas Bandhopadhyay is an Assistant Professor, Mass Communication and Journalism in St. Pius Degree and PG College for Women, Hyderabad. Ma'am is also UGC NET qualified. She has conducted many workshops, national and international webinars and guest lectures. She has also edited the college newsletter Focus for 3 years.
Now I request Srimati Titas Bandhopadhyaya to respond.
I'm honored to have been associated with this subject and teaching it since last 5 years. I'm truly grateful to CVN Public Relation Foundation and PRSI Hyderabad chapter to find me worthy of this award. I humbly dedicate this award and as a respect and gratitude to all the stalwarts of this profession, my teachers and my students from whom I have learned what PR is. Thank you so much. Respect.
Now I invite Srimati Sujata of PRSI to introduce the Best PR Counselor Award.
Today we are going to honor Tirunagari Srinivas as a Best Academic Counselor. He is a well-known writer and author and all. Because he is a senior journalist, a writer, a narrator, translator, and educational, maybe words fall short to describe the person today. He is none other than Tirunagari Srinivas. He has many degrees to his credit. He completed BSc from Kakatiya University. He did his BCJ, MCJ, MA Telugu and PG in teaching methods. He did BPR, DW, MMT, CPFN and that is from B.R. Ambedkar University. Tirunagari Srinivas Garu, he did PG Diploma in Communication from the prestigious School of Journalism DNF and topped the batch winning a gold medal. He completed MCJ and stood topper of the batch from Sri Potti Sri Ramulu Telugu University and won Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Public Relations Award.
I request Sri Srinivas Tirunagari to respond.
I am teaching as an academic counselor in the course. The community serves as the fourth pillar of the national progress. It is contributing to the preservation of public relations and the creation of enthusiastic structural skills. It has been a great pleasure to teach this highly skilled course in the field of journalism, professional skills of print, electronic and new media. Many students who have established themselves as the journalists in the media field, which is growing in the new media field. Thank you one and all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I request Srimati Sujata Garu to read out the names of the meritorious students of PR and communication courses.
A good evening audience. Today we are going to announce CVN PRSI best students in public relations. Who scored highest marks in public relations subject will awarded Dr. CVN award. Along the citation, they will be given the book also. As it is online, so we always congratulate each and every student. Now I announce student's name. Aisha Anjum from B.R. Ambedkar Open University. She is undergraduate BA, 18 to 21. D. Girish and Praveen from Osmania University, Department of Mass Communication Journalism, Osmania University, Hyderabad. MA Mass Communication, it belongs to 18 to 20. Tanda Ganesh, Potti Sri Ramulu Telugu University, Nampalli, MA Communication Journalism, 18 to 20. Boddu Harish Gaud, Telangana University, Nizamabad, MA Communication Journalism, 18 to 20. Balakrishna Ajay, St. Joseph PG and Degree College, Hyderabad. MA it belongs to 2018 to 20. And another student from St. Joseph PG Degree College is Harish Sharma. He did his MA Communication and Journalism, belongs to 18 to 20 batch. Now we announce another name, Sharmeen Bhivani. She is also from St. Joseph PG Degree College, BA Undergraduate Communication, and Aishwarya, St. Joseph BJ and Degree College, BA Undergraduate, belongs to 18 to 21. Anija Premika, St. Francis Degree and PG College, Begumpet, undergraduate, that is BA, 18 to 21. And next candidate is Pillarisetti Padmasai Samhita from St. Francis Degree and PG College, Begumpet. She belongs to from BA undergraduate, 18 to 21. Now another recipient of Dr. CVN Student Award is K. Sai Shivani, St. Pius Degree and PG College, Women, Hyderabad, BA undergraduate course. She belongs to 18 to 21 batch. And Richi Mohanty, Loyola Academy, Degree and PG College, Hyderabad, undergraduate BA. And the next is Indulekha, Bhavans Vivekananda College, Sainikpuri, Hyderabad, undergraduate BA, Mass Communication Journalism. Next is Harshimatai, Bhavans Vivekananda College, Hyderabad. He also belongs to a BA undergraduate course, belongs to 18 to 21 batch. Now B. Sai Sri Reddy, Andhra Mahila Sabha, Arts and Science College, Women, Hyderabad, BA Undergraduate, EPJ, Mass Communication and Journalism. Next candidate, a student recipient of Dr. CVN PRSI Best Student Award for Public Relations subject is Alamuri Venkatasai Maunika, Raja Bahadur Venkata Rama Reddy, Women's College, Hyderabad. Undergraduate, BA, belongs to 18 to 21 batch. B. Nagasai Deepak, Aurora Degree College and PG College, Hyderabad, BA Mass Communication Journalism. Now next is K. Sairam, Aurora Degree and PG College, Hyderabad, BA, belongs to 18 to 21. Juhi Rani Singh, University College Women, Koti, BA Mass Communication Journalism. The last one, Salla Harshavardhini, Government Degree College Women, Begumpet. She belongs to BA Mass Communication. So these are the recipients. From bottom of the heart, I welcome you all. I congratulate each and every student who scored highest marks in public relations subject. Thank you.
Now it is our privilege to honor our chief guests, keynote speaker, guests of honors and distinguished guests. I request now Sri P. Mohan Rao Garu, Secretary of Hyderabad Chapter, to propose a formal vote of thanks.
I, on behalf of PRSI Hyderabad Chapter and on behalf of CVN PR Foundation, wish to express our deep sense of gratitude to our honored guests. Today's chief guest, Srimati P. Sabita Indra Reddy Madam Garu, Honorable Minister for Education, Government of Telangana, for being the chief guest at the 13th Public Relations Education Day function and for releasing the PRSI profile brought out on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebration of PRSI Hyderabad Chapter and for releasing the 64th issue of Public Relations Voice. We express our sincere thanks to today's keynote speaker, Professor K. Sita Ramarao Garu, Vice Chancellor Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, for delivering Dr. C.V.N. Reddy second memorial lecture on New Education Policy, Challenges and Opportunities. I also take this opportunity to thank our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Ajit Pathak Ji, National President PRSI, Dr. K.V. Ramanachari Garu, IAS retired, Media Advisor, Government of Telangana, and Chief Patron of PRSI Hyderabad Chapter, and Sri Sailesh Reddy Garu, CEO TSAT Network. To our distinguished guest, Sri Y. Babji Garu, Secretary General PRSI and Editor Public Relations Voice, Srimati C. Ramadevi Garu, Chairperson CVN PR Foundation, and Sri U.S. Sarma Garu, National Vice President South PRSI, for participating in today's virtual program and making it a grand success. On this happy occasion, let me also congratulate and thank all the award winners, including the first recipient of National Award CVN PRSI Best Public Relations Manager Award, Sri Rajiv Goyal, Chief General Manager, PR and Corporate Communication, HPCL Limited, Mumbai, and other award winners. I also convey my sincere thanks to all the jury members of Awards Committee, Dr. Ajit Pathak Ji, Dr. G.C. Banik Ji, Professor K.G. Suresh Garu, and others. I must also acknowledge the presence of all the participants at today's program, organized virtually, chapter leaders of different chapters across the country headed by Dr. Ajit Pathak, Sri Y. Babji Garu, Secretary General at the national level, all national vice presidents of North, East, West and South, and also Sri Dilip Chauhan Ji, Secretary Treasurer, and also including a big contingent of members of PRSI Hyderabad Chapter, its EC and office bearers, advisors, and family members and admirers of late Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu. Our thanks to C. Ravindra Reddy Garu, Secretary CVN PR Foundation, and Sri B.N. Murthy Garu, a well-wisher of PRSI and CVN PR Foundation, for all the help, assistance, and guidance in organizing this event. The staff members of Shravya Graphics, Sri Sharath, Srimati Sunita, also deserve our thanks for the pre-press work connected with today's program, such as designing of invitation, brochure, certificates, etc. Our sincere thanks to technical team Sri Sridhar Garu and Vamsi Garu and his team who have helped and taken active role in recording the speeches, messages and other support services and for making this event a memorable one. Last but not least, I must thank our young and dynamic chapter chairman Dr. P. Venugopal Reddy Garu, the architect of today's program, and Sri Y. Babji Garu for all the help, guidance extended in organizing today's event successfully. Since Babji Garu is one of the active and strong pillar of PRSI Hyderabad chapter now, after the demise of Dr. C.V. Narasimha Reddy Garu and Sri N.L. Narasimha Rao Garu. Thank you.